Hello, Lancer family. We are excited to come to you tonight to talk to you about HBI, home-based instruction, and what that is. I'm Nathan Stark. I'm the Upper School Assistant Principal and Upper School HBI Coordinator.
And I'm Dr. Cara, Lile, the Lower School Assistant Principal and Home-Based Instruction Coordinator.
And so, Cara, we are here to talk all things HBI. What is HBI? What is it all about? And so let's just start there. What is HBI? HBI is where we are providing instructional services to our students, only they are at home. These are the same instructional services that you would get as if you were here at Cambridge. Now, students who are in the upper school will be following a bell schedule, and their classes will be live streamed. In the lower school, that'll look a little bit different, whereas classes will be scheduled and live streamed certain parts of the day, so students aren't actually on and in front of the computer the entire day.
So some of you have asked, can they watch the videos if they miss them? Is there a way for them to get in and watch those later on?
Absolutely. So those sessions that are recorded will be live streamed on Teams, and they will also be stored and recorded on Teams as well. Okay. So students will have access to them at any point.
What about students that are at school all day and maybe they want to watch them again? Will they have access to the videos?
Absolutely. And so that's a great part about home-based instruction, is that this is something that not only serves our students who are home-based, but it also serves to help the students who are on campus if they need some additional support.
Okay. So how did HBI get started? I mean, what caused Cambridge to go this direction?
Yeah, so originally this started out as more of a plan for at-risk students, but then we heard from a lot of you that there were some people who didn't feel comfortable coming back to school. So we wanted to support our Lancer families, and so we created HBI as a way to connect our families who feel more comfortable at home, and they can have learning that way.
So it's more of just a change of location. It's still the same great Cambridge experience, just change of location?
Exactly, change of location, that's it.
Very good. So some of you have asked, how is this different than virtual learning, and why can't we just do that? And I think, Nathan, the answer is very simple. It's the Cambridge experience. So with virtual learning, a lot of times you have a cookie cutter experience. It's pre-packaged. You get whatever they throw out there for you to learn. But with Cambridge, they're going to have access to their actual teachers, and they're going to have access to the highly skilled educators that are Christians, still teaching from a biblical worldview, all of the content with the exact same rigor that they have in the classroom. Can you tell me a little bit about what it looks like if a student is in HBI and maybe they decide they are ready to return to campus?
Yeah, so for upper school, students who are in HBI are just asked to commit to a quarter of learning through HBI. And then if they feel comfortable, they can come right back onto campus. And so for our lower school, Cara, what would that look like?
So in lower school, it's actually on a case-by-case basis. So if you decide that your child is ready to return to campus, all you have to do is contact me in the lower school, and I will help create a transition plan for students to return. And also, if a student is on campus and perhaps needs to transition to home-based instruction, it's a very simple process. Just by contacting me, we'll create that transition plan to do that as well.
Now, some of you may be wondering if there's going to be an additional cost to HBI. And the answer to that is no. Any student enrolled at Cambridge will not pay an additional cost to be in HBI. Students will actually receive the same great education from our amazing Christian educators. And the great thing that we did, Cara, is we put cameras inside the classroom. And so those students that are at home will receive a mirror image of what's going on in the classroom, and they will have access to our teachers. And that's something that's amazing that's there.
So they're still able to capture everything that's going on in the classroom. So the academic rigor both at home and at school is the same.
It is. And so the other piece of this is they have us to support them. And so we are here, students, we are here to provide support to you. That is our job. If you have questions, if you are having any kind of anxiety, we are here to support you, because that is what a family does. And we are part of the Lancer family, and we are excited to offer that opportunity to you. We are ultimately here for you.
So it's those relationships. They get to maintain those relationships and connections. And so it's very important for you, if you have to be at home and do home-based instruction, It's not a problem at all for you to transition back and forth. Students are still going to get to know their teachers, right? And other students, they're going to get to interact in real time.
Exactly.
So I think it's great to just continue those relationships that Cambridge has been known for years. I think also, you know, with the academic rigor at Cambridge, what I've noticed is that students are really challenged to learn and to grow at a new level than they ever have before. And so with those cameras, I think we're really going to see that the students at home are experiencing that same growth in a year.
Exactly. Yeah, it's those 21st century skills that our students are going to be utilizing a lot. And those are going to be skills that are going to prepare them for life long after Cambridge, because we are ultimately here for their education, but more importantly too, we are also here to help support them in their spiritual lives as well.
Yeah, so you're probably going to hear a lot about 21st century skills. So as Florida rolls out the new BEST standards, those are really based on 21st century skills. So those 4 C's are collaboration, critical thinking, creativity, and communication. And so Nathan, I think as we are just at the very beginning of these new 21st century skills rolling out, home-based instruction is really going to give us the opportunity for both students at home and students on campus to practice those skills. And they're going to continue to use those when they head off to college and, like you said, on in life. So utilizing the online platforms and then practicing those skills, we're really setting our students up for success no matter which location they're learning in.
So Cara, you mentioned those 21st century skills: communication, collaboration, creativity, critical thinking. And the amazing thing is that Cambridge has been doing those things for years.
So even though home-based instruction is a new program, those 21st century skills that Cambridge has been implementing, it won't be lost in home-based instruction. They're still going to receive that no matter which location.
So what I'd like to do now is just talk to you guys as a parent. So I've got 2 little girls who are enrolled at Cambridge and have been for some time now. And so a few of the things that I've really loved about Cambridge is the relationship that teachers have built with my 2 girls, always being there for them, willing to listen, to provide for their needs educationally and spiritually. And it's something that has really drawn me into coming to Cambridge.
Yeah, so I think what I'm hearing you say is that there may be 2 more C's to add to our 21st century skills. I'm hearing you say community is very important.
Yeah.
And also connectedness. And I think we'll call those the CCS factor. So I really think that that's what Cambridge is all about. Being new to the area and trying to find a new home for my family and for my kids, I remember walking on campus and Cambridge felt like home, and that was important to me. I didn't have to look elsewhere for where my kids were going to go to school. I knew they needed to be a part of Cambridge. So with everything that's going on in the world right now, I do think we really have to focus on students being connected to their teachers, being connected to peers, because I think that's something they've really missed in the last few months. So with this CCS factor, we really focus on the social and emotional wellness of students. And even though academics are very important and biblical worldview is at the core of everything we do, I do think we have to focus on student social and emotional wellness at this time, and Cambridge does that seamlessly.
Exactly, because our students are more to us than just a number. Cambridge is really a place where relationships are built and it is emphasized.
Yeah, and so the tagline at Cambridge has been prepared for college, prepared for life. And we spoke earlier about how we're preparing students for college, and I think Cambridge does a great job with that. But more importantly is that we prepare our students for life. And so whether they're learning at home through home-based instruction or whether they're on campus for instruction, they're going to receive that CCS factor, which really is family, connectedness, and community. And that's what Cambridge is all about. So some of you may be wondering, what happens if we must close our campus again?
Well, the great thing, Cara, about HBI and this program that we built was that students who are in HBI and students who are on campus have access to the same instructional materials. They have access to the same platforms. So if that's the case, then our students will be familiar with the platforms that our teachers are going to be using.
So it makes for a really smooth transition either way.
Exactly, and that's why we designed the program to look the way that it does.
And it also will prepare them for college if they're using these online platforms in college. So it really is a seamless transition, whether it be for a closure or a transition to college.
Exactly. Now, some people have asked, well, is HBI here to stay? And what do you think?
It's a good question. I think it's a great program. What about you?
I do. I love it.
So the feedback that we've gotten from you is that it really is a great program, and it offers a lot of opportunity for parents to make the decisions in the best interest of their kids. You know your kids even better than we do. And so it's great that you have the opportunity to decide what's best for your family. And so I think we'll keep HBI around. There may be times when students have medical issues and they might need to utilize this program. We have the technology in place, so I think it's great to just keep it around.
Absolutely. And so Lancer families, it's important for us to let you know that we are here to support you, that HBI is something that we built to provide different learning opportunities depending on where your family is during this time. And so once again, you can reach out to Dr. Cara Lile and myself, the upper and lower school assistant principals and HBI coordinators. We are here for you to help prepare our students for life. So Cara, we've talked about a lot today with regards to HBI, and the most important takeaway from all this, Lancer family, is we want you to know that we are here ultimately to support you. And so please reach out at any time if you have questions.
So whether you're learning at home or on campus, we want you to know that we are so grateful to have you as part of the Lancer family.
So thank you for watching, and go Lancers.